Subscribe, hype, like, click the notification bell and turn on all notifications. And donate with a super thanks donation in the comments section below for the unfiltered, unapologetic SeanzViewEnt, your home for WWE news, rumors, and backstage chaos. This is where gossip gets exposed around the clock. Now, here's your host, the brash SeanzViewEnt.
It is pandemonium online. It is anarchy. It is backlash. Ladies and gentlemen, there's arguments. There's conflict. And this is all be going on behind the scenes in the WWE. Or is it just behind the scenes? Or is it flooding the gates into the WWE universe, the WWE fans? Well, that is exactly what I need all of you to understand in this update and in this video. For more videos like this, remember to like, comment, subscribe, click the bell, turn on all notifications, and donate below with a super thanks donation to become a channel member. It's so important to become a channel member today. Now, before we even get into the full story, the rumors, the gossip, the innuendo, this is exactly what WWE fans are now demanding and thinking, and that's what they want. After Jey Uso advanced in the King of the Ring tournament on SmackDown last night on the USA Network, which, again, I want your review of SmackDown last night, the reaction did not go over so positive, and it wasn't the way that WWE probably anticipated or expected, or even Jey Uso. Instead of everyone celebrating Main Event Jey Uso moving forward, the backlash absolutely exploded online. Fans are arguing, comments are turning negative. People are saying WWE pushed Jey too far, and now the question is getting louder. Should WWE remove Jey Uso from the King of the Ring before this backlash gets even worse, before the ratings plummet, before the merch sales go down, before the ticket sales go down? This could be a very big disaster for the company, and they may be forced to have to react, and we're going to get into that right here and right now. This puts Triple H in a very dangerous and vulnerable position, because if WWE keeps pushing Jey Uso with all the pushback, fans may accuse the company of ignoring the audience. But if WWE suddenly pulls back, it makes it look like Triple H gave in to the online pressure, to the criticism, to the hate. But is there a valid point that Jey Uso should have not won this match? Hell, people are even saying Royce Keys should have won on SmackDown. But of course, there's going to be a majority. There's going to be a part of the audience that feels that Jey Uso should have won that match, and he did win. But there's a lot more people. I mean, Jey Uso and that YouTube video where he got the win and it was on YouTube got way, way more dislikes than it did likes. And whether that means anything right now in 2026, I quite frankly don't know. But what I know is I need the fix from you. Ladies and gentlemen, so this is not just about one tournament match. This is about whether WWE is accidentally turning one of its most popular stars into someone fans are starting to reject. And later in this video, I am going to explain why this backlash could either become the best storyline WWE has for Jey Uso or the moment that his momentum starts falling apart. So let's break down what happened, why fans are outraged, and why this King of the Ring situation may be a much bigger problem than WWE ever anticipated or expected. Let's get right into the news, because we are here to satisfy your taste buds as it concerns all things professional wrestling. Jey Uso won on SmackDown, but WWE may have an even more serious problem, because instead of fans celebrating Jey Uso advancing in the King of the Ring tournament, a major backlash has started online. But the fact that fans are even calling for it tells you how badly the reaction has spiraled. This is not just normal criticism. This is WWE. This is the fans saying that WWE made the wrong call. Triple H pushed Jey too hard, and King of the Ring may already be heading into controversy. But here's the part that WWE should be very worried about. Jey Uso is still popular. He still gets reactions. He still has a connection with the crowd. But once fans start saying someone is being forced into too many major spots, that support can turn fast. We have seen it before. A star gets hot. WWE keeps pushing. Fans feel like it is too much. Then suddenly the cheers turn into backlash. And now Triple H may have to decide whether to stay the course with Jey Uso or adjust before the fan reactions gets even worse. So does this mean a heel turn? Does this mean a dramatic turn of events for Jey Uso? Because if this keeps building, Jey Uso's King of the Ring could go down from a major moment, moment to a major controversy. So the question is simple. Again, did the WWE make the right call? Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is where we go to you. Now, As we all know, this is the real danger. Jey Uso has worked hard to become a major single star. He's a former world champion, main evented headline on WrestleMania. He broke away from the bloodline. He built his own identity. He became one of the most over babyfaces in WWE. But wrestling fans can change quickly when they feel like the booking is being forced. We have seen it before. A star gets popular, WWE pushes them harder. Then some fans start feeling like the company is doing too much. Then the backlash begins, and suddenly every win becomes controversial. Every promo gets criticized. Every major opportunity becomes another reason for fans to say WWE is forcing this. That is the risk with Jey Uso right now. WWE has to make sure that the fans still feel like Jey is earning these moments, not just being handed them. And that brings us to the biggest question of this entire story. Why did WWE choose Jey to advance in the first place? Because there may be even a bigger reason. You want to talk about a bigger trigger, viewers, fans, and subscribers. WWE may have advanced Jey Uso because they still see him as a major piece of the Summer storyline. This could connect to King of the Ring. It could connect to SummerSlam. It could connect as a future championship opportunity. Or it could even connect back to the bloodline of Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa, and Jacob Fatu to become part of the larger picture again. That is why fans should not look at this as just one tournament match. WWE may be using the King of the Ring to move Jey into a position for something much bigger, but here is the problem. If the audience does not like the path, they may reject the destination. That is why WWE needs to make the story stronger. If Jey is going to keep advancing, there needs to be a real reason. There needs to be tension. There needs to be doubt. There needs to be something challenging him and calling out the backlash on television. Because if WWE ignores the fan reaction completely, the backlash may only get louder, and that could force WWE to change how they present Jey moving forward. The best thing that WWE can do is not ignore the backlash. They should use it. Have someone on SmackDown call out Jey Uso. Have another superstar say what the fans are saying online. Have someone accuse Jey of getting too many chances. Have someone say King of the Ring should be about creating a new star, not giving Jey another spotlight. That would instantly turn real fan reaction into storyline fuel. Then Jey can respond. He can say he has earned everything. He can say the fans were with him when he was chasing the top spot, but now some of them are turning on him because he is actually getting there. That would give Jey something real to sink his teeth into. It would make the backlash part of the story instead of something WWE is trying to hide from. And that is how WWE can protect him. Because if Jey Uso responds the right way, the backlash could actually make it more interesting. But if WWE does nothing, this could get worse. So now the big question is simple to the viewers, the fans, the subscribers of this show. Remember, for more videos like this, comment below, subscribe today. Jey Uso has his supporters, make no doubt about it. But did WWE make the right call by advancing Jey Uso to the King of the Ring? And going right straight to the finals, ladies and gentlemen. Is Jey Uso going to go all the way to SummerSlam to face Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE title? Or, as I talked about earlier in another video, a separate video, is there going to be a swerve? Is it going to be deserved? Is it going to be worthwhile? Are you going to be watching SummerSlam? Are you going to be digging SummerSlam? Because we're already believing that at SummerSlam in Brock Lesnar's retirement, it will be Brock Lesnar and Obafemi one-on-one in SummerSlam. But then on one end, it looks like we're going to have maybe Roman Reigns versus Obafemi. Is Obafemi going to, win the King of the Ring and pull double duty at SummerSlam? I don't know, guys. There's a lot of different debacles. There's a lot of different variants. There's a lot of different things on the line. There's a lot of things at stake. Now, WWE has to decide what comes next because Jey Uso's King of the Ring win has become more controversial than WWE had probably anticipated or expected. That is very clear. Do they turn the backlash into a storyline? Does Jey Uso turn heel? Let me know what you think in the comment section. Subscribe and turn on the bell for daily WWE news, rumors, and deep dives in the world of professional wrestling. And viewers, fans, and subscribers, for those of you that keep watching and growing and brewing with Sean's View, because that's what it's up for each and every one of you. If this backlash keeps growing, this could become one of the biggest King of the Rings WWE has had in years. Maybe even more volatile, maybe even more unpredictable than the Austin 316 King of the Ring. When Stone Cold Steve Austin uttered the words, Austin 316 says, I just whooped your you-know-what. And then that really catapulted Stone Cold Steve Austin into a whole nother stratosphere. But the thing is, the argument is that Jey Uso has already been catapulted. He's already been in another stratosphere. He's already been the main event. He's already been the world champion. He's already been catapulted. Why couldn't they done it to LA Knight? Why couldn't they given the chance to Finn Balor? Finn Balor and LA Knight. You want to talk about missed opportunities. You want to talk about unchosen. You want to talk about uncharted waters. You want to talk about delivering each and every time, only for the WWE to keep pushing you off the edge, pushing you off that cliff. That's what it has all come down to for an LA Knight and a Finn Balor. Are we still asking the question when Finn Balor is going to get that rematch for the world title? When he's going to get that rematch for the WWE Championship? Your thoughts, your comments, your opinions, because as you know on this show, if it weren't for you, there would be no show. We brew it up for each and every one of you because we are going to give you that intangible. We are going to give you the option. We are going to give you the choice. And the choice is yours to make right now about Jey Uso, the future, and should he be pulled? Should Jey Uso be canceled from the King of the Ring due to the backlash? Maybe the WWE could run an injury angle. Maybe the WWE could run some sort of angle where Roman Reigns says, nah, it's not going to go this way. I have something else going on. I have another plan. I have something on a back burner. Or maybe Solo Sikoa or maybe Jacob Fatu, because you see the WWE trying to get the bloodline back together again. Or is Jey Uso just destined to be the King of the Ring? All I got to say is for those of you that are hoping and praying, and for those of you that are thinking that LA Knight or Finn Balor is world championship material, or that they're going to be world champion, or that the WWE is finally going to give them the jetpack that they deserve, don't hold your breath. Ladies and gentlemen, plenty more to come from the Brash and the Brazen, where we brew it up to each and every one of you. Fans are outraged online. They're going nuts. And again, it is very, very, very volatile. Rhea Ripley is in a very vulnerable place right now as the WWE Women's Champion on the SmackDown brand. That is why she was not on SmackDown last night from Providence, Rhode Island, which again was a pretty good SmackDown. A lot of people are saying it was horrible, it was bad, it was the shits, it was this, it was that. Again, I may not agree with the result. I may not agree with the winner of the main event, but that doesn't mean the whole show was awful. It doesn't mean it was awesome, but it definitely means that in my estimation, it was worth a watch. What are your thoughts, your comments, your opinions on all these and much, much more? Also being revealed right now. Jey Uso, again, as I said, King of the Ring win, flooded with massive dislikes, guys. Yes, indeed. And Jey Uso actually responded to the backlash over the King of the Ring win on SmackDown. Yes, indeed, he did. Chavo Guerrero says he and Rey Mysterio could still tear the house down. Are we going to see the return of Chavo Guerrero? Chavo Guerrero explains why amateur wrestlers struggle to make it into pro wrestling. And Chavo Guerrero calls out wrestling fans for hating matches just because of the brand. Octagon Jr. undergoes surgery after suffering an injury at the AAA tapings. And Vince Russo claims fans who worship wrestlers have low self-esteem. Also, MJF hopes Adam Cole never comes back amid uncertain wrestling future. Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers Danhausen bombarded with requests to curse and uncurse teams after the Knicks run. Rey Mysterio reveals promoter once said he was too small to be believed as a wrestler, and Rey Mysterio admits he almost quit wrestling before Dominic helped reignite his passion to stay in the ring, to stay in the game. So you got to give props to one Dominic Mysterio for making sure that Rey Mysterio keeps and maintains that fire, that desire, that passion. Viewers, plenty more to come. This is the Brash one, and as you know, if it's not brash, well then it's absolute trash. Subscribe.